The LaCroix of the day is strawberry peach. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Jane. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what it's like to be a PA or a production assistant. I'm going to go over how many sets I've been on, the type of PA work I'm actually talking about, because in my opinion, there's two different types, what to bring and what to wear, some fun film terms you should know you'll really benefit, and then just a few tips for when you're on set. Okay, so let's start with what are the two different types of PA. Okay, so in my opinion, you can be like a production assistant on a big Hollywood set. There's lots of structure, usually like union stuff, and then also like a huge budget. And then also you can be a PA on like a smaller or like local or like college set, which is like indie films, student projects, community projects, etc. So I have only done like smaller local sets. And if you're looking for like what it's like to PA on a Hollywood set, there's a million YouTube videos on this. So just go to like watch one of those. What I'm talking about is more like beginner friendly and like kind of wearing a lot of hats sometimes. Okay, so now that everyone's left, I'm kidding. Now we can get into how many sets I've been on and then like what I've done. So I've been on anywhere from like 5 to 7 sets. One was a music video, a bunch of like short films, and a bunch of like university films. So, what have I done on these sets? I would say everything you can possibly think of. I have done grocery and snack runs, and I've picked up lunch. On the weirder side, I have literally sat by the AC in a house and turned it on and off in between takes so that A, the crew wouldn't like sweat to death, and B, the audio wouldn't be messed up from the air conditioning sound. Additionally, I have decorated a paper plate to look like an eye, like a blurry eye opening, like almost right when you wake up. And yes, we did cut the fake eyelashes into it. On the more normal side, I've actually run sound. Like I was like the sound speeds guy. As a PA, yes. Don't worry, that won't happen to you. I've done background acting if they needed extras. I've basically like set up the scene almost like an art director or like a PA to the art director. And then like more minute stuff is like when crew is like all set. Like I've gone around and been like, do you guys need me to fill your water bottles? Do you guys need snacks? Just so they didn't have to get up. I have helped with continuity. Recently I helped to make sure a cheese board looked the same in each set. And I have also done continuity in a much more difficult way where a child tears apart a room and I have to put back every single thing where it was and know where it was. I've been a stand-in for actors when they're like getting their makeup or like on lunch for lighting and camera angles. I've actually gone and like gotten items for grips and gaffs. I've actually helped set up lighting. And I have also sat around and done literally nothing on set for hours. That's just how it happens sometimes. Every single set is different. Sometimes you will be a PA that is kind of just in charge of like grabbing lunch, right? Sometimes you will almost be like a grip or like a gaff PA or like an art director PA, right? Where you're kind of doing a lot more. And on some of these smaller sets, they will have you doing a lot. It's not a bad thing because you get to actually know what you enjoy doing and you actually get to learn a lot because the goal is not to stay a PA forever. I think the goal of being a PA is to learn what you like to do and then hopefully become a PA for that department or move your way up to doing that instead. And on some small sets, you will feel just a little useless, but you're not. even if you've helped with one or two things, they're happy that you're there. And they're also happy that if something does happen, you're there to go help them. If you've ever PA'd on an actual Hollywood set and you're watching this and you're like, what is she talking about? It's different on every single set. And it's different in Hollywood or like on like a big feature film. Like, I don't really know what they do on those sets. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what you should bring and what you should wear. If you want to be an awesome PA, this is what you should wear. You should layer your clothes, even if you know you're shooting inside the whole day and you're like, oh, there's air conditioning. For example, like that story I just told a few minutes ago, they turned the air conditioner off. So you should have a tank top and like a sweater, for example, or like a t-shirt and a sweater. Lots of sets, I think, recommend you wear all black. I think it's safe to do that. I don't think you have to. I don't do that every time, but just don't wear anything like flashy or super nice because you're probably going to be sweating and you're probably going to get dirty. Now, I've never seen anyone do this, but I think if you're smart, you'll buy a little name tag that says your name and then like PA under it because you're on set for such a short amount of time. They will probably not remember your name and they don't want to be like, get the PA, like blah, blah, blah. Like they would like to be like, oh, I know this person's name. So bring hair ties and bring a hat, and also bring extra hair ties and an extra hat because you will save the day if someone needs it and someone forgot it, and then they'll love you forever. There was a set that I PA'd on and it was like in October, I think, and it was in the middle of the woods at night. And I think it was the director. He was like absolutely freezing because I always have extra stuff in my car. I was able to give him a beanie. He said it really helped. Did I save the director? Yeah. No, not really, but it's very useful when you come with extra stuff. Okay, so here are the necessities that I think you should bring. Like, you have to have them. A Sharpie, a pen, a flashlight, a phone charger, like sticky notes or like a small notebook, a multi-tool. Get a multi-tool off of Amazon. If you have the script, I would print a script. I would print a script and bring it. Bring yourself a protein bar or food because you don't want to be the one that's like needing to eat because like they shouldn't be like having to take care of you, if that makes sense. And then of course, bring a great attitude. Okay, and if you really want to be like that girl, this is what you'll also bring. AA and AAA batteries. An extra hat, as I mentioned previously. Gaff tape and alien tape, and you can get them on Amazon. A dry erase marker, and especially one with a magnet, because if they need it, they'll probably want to keep it that day. Highlighters, and then some binder clips for like scripts if someone forgot them. Also, let's say you're working on a set and the scene is a yoga class, right? If you have yoga mats, let's say you have like 2 or 3, bring them in your car. Because if somehow there's a few extras and they don't have them, you saved the day by bringing yoga mats. And you designed that scene. Another example is like if the scene is, she's like bringing groceries in, bring some of your reusable grocery bags, especially those that don't have brands on it. Because let's say like someone forgets some or like they want more, you can bring those in, like, again, save the day. And this is a really good tip. If you have access to the script, you have access to the scenes that you're doing that day, walk through them, highlight all of the physical items that are in the scene, and bring one just in case someone forgets. For example, there was a scene with a coloring book, pencils, a little notebook, and a teddy bear. Right? Bring those things just in case somehow someone forgot them, because you can come in and be like, I actually have all these items, and you can just keep them for the rest of the shoot. You will save the day. Also, if you can't tell, be okay bringing things that you're okay losing. Some people will watch this video and be like, you should never be spending your own money on a set as a PA. Yes, obviously. Okay. But a coloring book and, color pencils, if you have them at your house, it's like $5. If you're okay losing $5, which most people are, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of worth the networking. But no, you're right. You don't have to buy anything with your own money. And that is, let me make that very clear. Okay, so here are some like terms I guess you should know just in case you want to be like extra helpful. You don't have to know these, but it's good to know them. So, a stinger is an extension cord. A C47 is literally just a clothespin. A C stand is like, it looks like this. Like, it's just this weird, like, usually black or silver stand. A pancake or apple box is like a little wooden box, and they usually come in different shapes, or I'm sorry, different sizes. I don't know if this one's true. My friend told me this one. When they say 10-1, they're just in the bathroom, but they just want to sound cool. Also, I don't know if this is true, but I heard this story about the C47s. I heard that they call it C47 because they were like back in like old Hollywood, they were like putting them on the budget. And if they had put clothespin, people would be like, why are we spending this much money on clothespins? So they just put C47s so like no one would question it because it sounds like technical and cool. Which I hope that's a true story because I tell a lot of people that story, so I hope it's real. All right. This section might get a little mean, but these are my tips. Number one, you have to be able to read the room. You are totally allowed to talk to people and network. But if no one else is talking, or if someone is like trying to go and do their job, let them. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be giving these tips because they are common sense, but I have seen people do all of these, and you don't want to be that person. I personally think being more quiet than loud is better. I would try to stay as quiet as you can and be out of the way. Be available, be, in the sight of the person who's usually telling you what to do. Be there. Don't be in the way. This one, a little harder to tell. Every set is different. Try not to sit, basically. Like, you shouldn't just be sitting for like hours at a time. If they're in the middle of shooting and absolutely no one needs something, you can take a seat if it's been like 5 hours since the last time you've sat. I would stay close to the person you're getting directions from, which on my sets are usually like the director or the AD. Kind of stay close to them because they'll probably be asking you to do a lot of stuff. Don't be like too far away from them. Someone will probably be mean to you. Don't take it personally. I'm sorry about it. It happens to me all the time. It's not about you. Be early, obvious. Almost do like mom stuff, if that makes sense. Like, pick up people's trash. Like, ask people if they want water, get it for them. Ask people if they want snacks and get it for them. If you are sitting and you see someone who's like obviously having like they're doing way more than you, like give up your seat. Be like, here, sit. Like, you know what I mean? That stuff's really helpful. Okay, so this set and project is not about you. Usually the writer slash director has spent years writing this script, years editing it, years funding it and getting people to fund it or using their own money. Ew. Sorry. They have spent so much of their own money or like really worked hard to get other people to pay for this, right? Like, this is their baby. Like, don't make this about you. Don't tell anyone any weird personal information. Don't talk about your last breakup. Don't do stuff like that. Again, common sense, but read the room. I can't teach you how to read the room. If you can't read a room, that's like, I don't think that's a learned skill. So good luck if that's not you. But yeah, just try to be really respectful and just be really courteous on sets. Again, this is like someone's project that they've spent years on, and just be there to help. So yeah, that is it. PAing can be really fun, especially if you're into film stuff. If you're not, the standing around and the hours on your Saturday, they're not going to be worth it for you. PAing is a mix of like go, 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 and then like stop. You're not doing anything for a few hours. You'll do everything from like grabbing someone's coffee to like literally holding a light all day so it doesn't fall. Like it's very strange. Sometimes you feel like you're doing so much and you feel like you're learning so much, and some days you feel honestly useless on set. But both are really normal. And I mean, network if you can, network if you find it to be an appropriate time. And yeah, but yeah, that is all of my PA advice, kind of what I would do and, my experience. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you like totally disagree, if you're like, this girl is wrong. And let me know if there's something I forgot. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.